The fluorescent lamp that we use frequently in our daily life, neon lights, ignition system in cars. Contrary to popular belief, Nikola Tesla found the foundations of radar and hundreds of inventions such as the microwave oven. After saying all this, you may have the following question in your mind. If this man has so many inventions, why do we not know him, and why do people ignore someone who has so much success? Because, as you know, we humans like to spread it from word to mouth, even if it is a small success. Considering that I have stated what most of you have in mind, I would like to start a little with your permission. Who is Nikola Tesla? Nikola Tesla, he was born on July 10, 1856, during a lightning storm in the Austrian Empire. In the middle of labor, the midwife was rubbing her hands, and she was not looking well, because thunder was a bad omen. He said the baby would be a child of darkness. But Tesla's mother replied, "No, on the contrary, he will be a child of light." It was as if this thunder was indicating that he would become a scientist and create light through the alternating current system. Tesla, he was the fourth of 5 children. Milka, he had 3 sisters, Angelina and Marika, and an older brother, Dane. Tesla's father, a priest, his mother had no formal education. Nikola Tesla encounters an event that will leave him badly traumatized. As for the reason for this, he was only 5 years old when his brother died one day after falling from a horse as Tesla frightened the horse, and this left a lasting psychological effect on him. This was a big shock for the whole family. They also believed that Dane was smarter than the sickly Nikola. Dane's death greatly disturbed his father. Because he wanted his brother to become a priest, when he died, his only option was to make Tesla an Orthodox priest like himself. In this way, he could go to a school closer to their village. But Nikola Tesla had an interesting talent. He thought he got his photographic memory and creative abilities from his mother's genetics and was influenced by him. Just for this reason, he could do integral calculations in his mind in high school. Even his teachers did not believe this situation. They thought he was cheating somehow, in short, cheating. At the age of 17, he graduated from high school in a nearby town and returned to the village. The next day, he contracted cholera and spent 9 months in bed. He was on the verge of death several times. Bedridden, he persuaded his father not to become a priest. Helpless parent, if Nikola regains his health, he promised to send him to engineering studies. And Nikola Tesla miraculously recovered soon after. I would also like to point out that Tesla's senses were incredibly sharp. He was extremely sensitive to external stimuli. For example, Tesla he claimed he could hear thunder 550 miles away. He could even hear the click of a pocket watch 3 rooms away from him, or the thud of a fly crashing onto the table. Also, Nikola Tesla had strange eating habits. He wore white gloves every evening at dinner, and he would calculate the volume of the food on the fork before popping a bite into his mouth. Otherwise, he would not feel any pleasure while eating. He would also calculate the volume of a cup and a saucer. Because of these strange habits, he preferred to eat alone. He became a vegetarian later in life, and the things they eat only milk, bread, honey, and vegetables. Also, Nikola Tesla from drinking. He also stayed away from tobacco and women. He has never been married in his entire life, because he felt that being single and away from the ladies helped his scientific abilities. Food of a person in a relationship due to intense emotions, sleep, friends, love. In short, he thought that he would forget everything. But something was very good for him, maybe because of the bad behavior he saw from people. Maybe he didn't want to show his love to a woman, or the time he gave to people was a waste of time for her. That's why Tesla loved pigeons so much. In fact, Tesla often went to Central Park to feed them. After a while, the residents of the hotel complained about the noise and smell. He especially liked a white dove. One day, while he is lying in bed and thinking, flew into the room. He claimed that there was a dazzling, blinding light in his eyes. She continued to take care of him when he got sick. He spent $2,000 on the pigeon. He even made a device to support him as his wing and leg heal. I have fed thousands of pigeons over the years, but there was one he was very different from the others. It was a female. Tesla even expressed his love for that pigeon as follows: "I loved that pigeon as a man loves a woman, and he loved me. As long as I have it, my life had a purpose. He has spoken his words." There is much more to be said about Nikola Tesla's beautiful personality, but now let's take a look at his incredible actions on behalf of the society. Tesla now believed that a new solution had to be found, that direct current did not work. Nikola Tesla said in 1885 that Edison could redesign direct current motors that constantly break down and short circuit. Edison also likes this idea, and he made an offer to Tesla that if you can handle this, I'll give you $50,000. That's about $1 million in today's money. After hearing this, Tesla immediately gets to work and soon finds a solution that will not short-circuit these motors again. Tesla begs Edison for his money because he has done and finished his job well. Edison smiles and says, "I guess you still haven't grasped the American sense of humor." Tesla, on the other hand, is greatly disappointed by this situation after hearing this and naturally becomes even more ambitious after this situation. He wants to supplement the electric revolution with alternating current to make it more reliable. But this period was quite difficult for Nikola Tesla, because after leaving Edison, he started working in construction and road excavations for only $2 a day. He also said that this period was one of the most difficult periods of his life. But in the end, their project caught someone's attention. That person was George Westinghouse. He is a great rival of Edison, so it was one of the biggest power struggles in the world for that time. With the support of Westinghouse, Nikola Tesla started to produce solutions against Edison's not very reliable direct current. The biggest disadvantage with direct current is that it cannot carry electricity over very long distances. For this, he needs to set up a power station every few kilometers. This is a huge problem for a direct current motor. In addition, the problems are not limited to this. If you ask how, it is the need for very, very thick cables. You won't be able to partially think of our tomorrow's world. That's definitely not possible. In the alternating current system developed by Tesla, very thin cables were used. It could carry much more voltage, and electricity could be transmitted over very long distances without any problems. This is how a great war began between Edison and Tesla. In fact, Edison knew that Tesla's system was much better than his own, but he didn't want it to be known to the public. For this reason, he wanted to prove to the public that it is a very bad thing for alternating current to carry a very high voltage. That's why Edison tells the children that he will pay 25 cents for every stray animal he brings, according to the currency of that period. You've probably visualized what he's going to do, but let me briefly explain this brutal incident to you. Edison used Tesla's alternating current to electrocute and kill animals he took from these children in public. How cruel is that, isn't it? His aim here is to show that it is very dangerous to use this current in homes. But of course, Tesla does not remain silent on this situation. Nikola Tesla made light by giving alternating current to his body at a fair. That was a pretty good answer to beat Edison. In this way, alternating current systems produced by Westinghouse at that time became more common in the world. And as you can imagine, Nikola Tesla was very popular during this period. Winning this match added ambition to his ambition and patented 25 different inventions. The importance of these inventions was so great that they lie on the basis of all the electrical devices we use today. While even this was enough to make him a legend, Tesla did not stop and continued his thoughts and works at full speed. To give an example of these studies, everyone or most of us think that the inventor of the radio was Marconi. Nikola Tesla even managed to move a boat with a remote control, thanks to his radio receiver, in front of the public in 1898. The people, on the other hand, watched the event with amazement and talked to each other whether this man was a magician. One of the best known and invented by Nikola Tesla is undoubtedly the Tesla coil, which he invented in 1891. Coils connected to a range where they can spark outdoors. As a result, artificial lightning can be produced with the Tesla coil. Electric current could be passed through the body and electron winds could be created. The purpose of making the Tesla coil was to provide electricity to cities wirelessly. But now we can come across Tesla coils for entertainment purposes in science centers or museums. Tesla, who set his mind to transmit electricity wirelessly, he thought he could do this by using a higher height Tesla tower. In 1899 aka Wardenclyffe Wardencheth, he built the largest and most powerful Tesla coil, which he named. This transmitter had a diameter of 15 meters and 3 coils. It was capable of generating millions of volts of electricity and the largest man-made lightning bolts of that time, 39 meters high. Tesla Tower. Tesla aimed to provide electricity to the whole world for free. Work on the tower project began in 1901, but when the financial backers withdrew in 1915, you can guess why. Anyway, briefly, the project was destroyed, and this project also destroyed Tesla. He decided to go bankrupt and unfortunately experienced psychological problems. In this video, we discussed Nikola Tesla, a person who is not known by anyone but should be known by everyone with his actions. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you do, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment.